Hello and welcome. We're gonna welcome to the messy desk. Welcome to the messy desk. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hi Kat. Hi Big Mama. Hi Lolly. Hi Crystal. Hi Irma. Welcome. Let's see. Hi Karen way up there. Welcome. Okay, so we have our freebie, and I have cut my pieces out so that we would be a little bit ready. Okay, so I've got my stamps. They're just cut to be stamps. I've got my Bible verse. So this week we have, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared for us to do." And then we've got the number, which I like to put up there because eventually I hopefully will use it. We've got the word blossom, which we can possibly use. So I'm just putting these around the desk. And today we have this half page. So to give you an idea, this is what we started out with. We've got the half page, the 4 tags, the 4 stamps, some words, and then the title over here. Okay, hi Sherry, welcome. Okay, so that is our Friday freebie. Don't forget, we also had our International Tea Day freebie. Both of these are available at patreon.com/dearJulieJulie. They are in the free section. Well, this one's in the free section. This are in the public section. This one is in the members section. So even the free members have access to this one. Okay, and so we're going to go ahead and put these over here. Oh my goodness. So yesterday, if you didn't see, we made our little dresser, and with 3 drawers. So this drawer is a pocket. This drawer is a pull-up card that you can journal in. And this drawer is a index card. Mine was, because I made index cards my last, whatchamacallit. It is my wild card, okay? And then I decided to go ahead and add one more pocket up at the top, making it a hidden journaling card. I've got the fun lace up here going across like you would have across the top of the dresser. So lots and lots of fun. So the freebie is actually part of the nearest kit and the newest kit, and that is our blossom kit. I'll be showing that. I'll show a video of that later today, but let me show you a little bit. This is okay, these are index cards that I'm going to use in this little mini journal, but these are part of the ephemera that you have. It is blossoms, and it is a book of flowers and quotes. Got some fun little birds. This is one of the ephemera pieces. This is one of the ephemera pieces. This is from the tag page. These are the postcard. This is one of the folios turned into an envelope. Hi Layla, welcome. So it's really beautiful, and it is on sale for 40% off, along with 6 other kits, including some of our favorites, Swing into Spring, the floral pages and backgrounds, eclectic digital because this one is very eclectic. It's all different colors and kinds of flowers. So the journal I started during the VIP is made with the postcards, and I did 2 signatures, and so we'll be working on that, finishing that hopefully next week. But yeah, so I wanted to show you, so we're gonna do the crisscross. I don't know if you guys have any of these super large doilies, but I have a whole package. I mean, I have a drawer full, but then I found a package. And so I am taking these and I am folding it up. Okay. So this is an extra thing because I had these that I was working on, and I thought, well, I'll show you. Okay. And then I came in from one side. Okay. And then I want to make sure that this is, for me, under 5 inches, which it is, no problem. And I'm going to come over to this side. Okay, we have, why I picked a doily that had folds and stuff in it, I don't know, but it is what it is. Okay. Okay. And then the other thing, you can go ahead and tuck the one piece in, or you can just glue it on top, and you can have a pocket here and a pocket here and a pocket. I mean, you could have more than that, but you could have another pocket here. Okay. And so, yeah, so I was making those, and it's kind of a crisscross pocket. It's kind of the same idea. So yeah, if you happen to have a bunch of doilies, those large ones, then there you go. There gives you another idea. Okay, so we're going to start with the with the piece from the, boy, I should have had coffee instead of tea. This is from the freebie. Okay, the freebie's available at patreon.com/dearJulieJulie. Okay, so don't want to forget to tell you that. And Tom bought me paper from CVS, and it's really nice. I believe it's 20-pound weight, but it's really nice paper. It has a nice finish on it. It feels like presentation paper. So I am looking at this, and I think I want to come up with, so divided into almost 3 pieces, okay? So 3 and 3 and 2. This is how I do my mouth, you guys. 3 and 3. There's 2 left in the middle. I need to go out. So I'm going to go out to 2 3/8. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So 1, 2, and 1/4 and a little. And actually, I'm just going to make a notch there. So I'm doing this different than when we did on the other one. Okay, 1, 2, and a little. Okay, get an idea of what this looks like. Okay, I want to go in a little more. I'm going to go 2 1/2. Okay, I'm going to come in at 2 1/2. 2 1/2. 2 1/2. So this one is different because my page, when I made it from the page in the 26 embellishment ideas, it was taller. Okay, this one isn't as tall. Okay, so I've come in 2 1/2 and 2 1/2 from this side. Okay, so now I'm going to grab this Oh, we can go ahead and fold it at 2.5, okay? Because we're going to eventually come in. And I want the bottom to be straight. Okay, so the bottom to be straight, so we're going to do it from both sides. You guys, today is Izzy's last day of 3rd grade. Okay, so now on this one, I'm going to come in, and my corner is going to come in and just go like that, okay? So this is, I only have 3 embellishments left to make for the May challenge. Remember, we do a challenge here on this channel. Each month we'll have a new one a week from Sunday on June 1st. June 1st. So we will have, our premiere will be early because it's church day. So our premiere will be at 9:30 on June 1st. And so just so you know, we don't usually have a premiere anymore on Sundays, but it is the 1st. So it'll be at 9:30. Okay. It is our Just Junk and Household Items challenge. Okay, so the details, we'll have the details for it on that day. Right now, you do get to know that the challenge is a Just Junk. We usually do Just Junk in January and either July or June. So I've folded over those 2 top pieces because it will make them easy. You guys, that my glue doesn't want to. Oh, it's because it's the wrong pen. Like, it doesn't want to go in there. It's because it's probably too big. Okay, so now I need the... I need the pliers to get the pen back out. So me and Jeff got our haircut yesterday. Yay. Okay, so this is going to go like this, and this is going to go like this. Yes, it is that simple. But I do want something up behind here. And depending on, you know, what color you are doing, and remember, they are bases, our mass make bases. So if we do that, yeah, we'll be good. Okay. So, anybody have plans for the weekend? It's weird to be doing a live after doing a couple of Zooms, because with the Zooms, y'all are talking too. And then on this, it's just me talking. Okay, well, I'm not finding the under paper. This will work. Yes, bloopers are included. It's live. Bloopers have to be included. Of course, bloopers were included in the last couple of videos also, because there were no minutes for extra editing. Okay. So get this on there. And that's just going to cover the back. So if you know what color or theme you're using, you might put that on there. Okay. And yep, it is this simple, the crisscross. And then you can decide whether you want to crisscross with it this way or with it this way. I kind of like this look. Got a little bit of grungy there, especially for Big Mama. And we're going to go ahead and come across. Okay, so we'll put this one down. Yeah, make sure that's the right. And then come across. Okay. And then we have these tags that can go right in here. Or we can make them bigger by adding them. I don't want things to fall. We have a file folder. Crafting, chilling, and eating, huh? Yeah, we'll be, we're going to work on the garden with all this bad vegetables and stuff on the news. Okay, so I'm putting this one on, and then I'm just going to cut around it. Okay, and I'm going to eye it. You might have another tag cutout thing or something that you want to use, but I want this to be a little longer. Okay, so this is the one with the birds. And it's still pretty short. Hi, Tommy. Welcome. Welcome back. I hope your trip was amazing. It sounded like it was. Okay, we have this little piece here, and I don't know what color I'm going to put this with. You know what? Since we don't know, and yeah, the hole is low on here because of the way I did that. I'm going to go ahead and separate those just a little bit up there at the top. And okay. So that gives me one little goodie. So it needed to be a crisscross card with a tag. Now, you guys, I didn't even look and see what I'm supposed to use. So, let's see. I'm supposed to use stickers, junk mail, ink spray, paint, or wax. Okay, well, the Dear Julie Julie digital counts as my base, because you can have that as your base. We'll go ahead and ink it. So these three things are the things that I pulled in the mayhem part of the challenge this month. So everybody's are different. unless they decided to just go along with what I have. Okay, and so stickers, junk mail, ink spray, paint, wax is what I have. And I'll probably repeat that a few times. And I did, I see Lolly saying ticket. Ticket, I had to switch because I ended up with stickers on my, where I had stickers and I picked stickers. So I had to, I had already started when I figured it out. So I switched the last two. I switched stickers with junk mail because they would have, you know, they would have been the next one. So since I did not ink this ahead of time, you see me using this piece as a masking piece to keep the ink from getting on the inside. And it worked really good. And it looks really nice. So the last two things I have to make are my 2 shaker items. So over the weekend, we'll be making the shaker card, shaker tag and plastic package pocket, and the attachable over the page pocket shaker card. Okay. Okay, so I've added my ink, and then I think from a junk mail. So if I have an actual envelope over here, because I was thinking you could use like a stamp from some junk mail. Okay. 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 So I have that really cool okay. You know, I'm gonna split this. I can put this with my stuff for Memorial Day and 4th of July. We'll go ahead and ink around this. Okay. And I'm going to have it so that it comes over. I'll just put glue on this edge so I don't ruin the fact that that is got that whole room for pocket on the front. Okay. And we'll put that there. So that is from my junk mail. My other junk mail thing, I actually use the envelope to make. Okay. So, oh, stickers. Stickers. I think we'll take out the sticker book. And so remember, we get to do these basic, very basic. So if you know, what journals you're trying to finish, because that's the other thing we're doing this month is we are finishing a journal. I already bound it. I did bind the journal. And then I might add a few things to it. There is, oh look, there's a purple pansy on there. Hi, Sherry. Welcome. Or Grace. Hi, Grace. And fundraising mom is Lolly. Okay, this little tag, I have to cut it out. It doesn't have the cuts. Okay. I think we'll go this way. We'll kind of go sideways. Yep, I'm live. I'm really live. Okay. So there's that one. So I do have from the freebie from today, I have several stamps. And what I've been doing is if I don't use them in the project on Friday, oh, excuse me, I've been preparing them and putting them in a little box up here and then using them. And that's working really well. I mean, I keep getting down to having only like one or two. So I think that's pretty good. So just taking a moment and cutting them and having them ready. The thing about cutting them, you saw that on the tea, I ended up cutting the teacup out of the stamp. But if I wasn't working on it that day, I showed you, I would go ahead and make it into a stamp and have it ready. So if I come up with a postcard or something that doesn't have a stamp already on it, I've got some that I can use. Okay. And this one is backwards, but it's okay. The backwards side of the postage stamp. Sometimes it doesn't look right, but that one looked okay. So I'm going to use the one that's got the little house because you've got a little bit more color. And I'm going to add it down here. And that's going to give us a little bit more of the purple. So Tom is off on Monday. So there will not be a Misfit Monday because I have no idea where I'll be on Monday. And so might be home, but might not. So I don't, and that's what the way the Monday, the new Patreon Monday one is as long as I'm going to be home, we'll be crafting for an hour using misfits and misprints. And it was a lot of fun on this last Monday. Okay, so there's that. So I think I might want something. Let's see what our other tags are. And I also have these. So, I mean, you could go ahead and come to the other side and have a little pocket. I did at one point, I was thinking about flipping this up, which we could have done. Okay, we'll make another one. But you could flip it up and then your pocket is the right size for your tags. Okay. Yeah, that might be a really good idea. All this coughing's making me very, very tired. Okay, we've got a green. And we do have a purple. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put it up as high up as I can. I'll let it have this piece, and then I'm going to let that piece go over just so I don't have scrap. Okay, so we're going to take this. I'm going to put it up close. I want to see the green. Okay. Okay, then we're going to come over here and we're going to fold this one over. And it's going to be short. So I'm going to pull it down, okay, because I want it straight. But it's going to give us a, you can either make it a flip where you'll be able to write on the whole thing, or we can make it a place that it can hold another little something. Let's go ahead and ink this real quick. Okay. I know you're all shocked because I'm inking. Well, and then I'm going to come up here and I am going to cut this. Okay. So that is the tag that we've made. So hopefully it is a little taller when it comes down in here. Okay. And it is. It's going to give us. Okay. There we go. Oh, we missed you yesterday, Kat. Jeff and I went and got our hair cut. They got to meet my sister-in-law. Okay. I do have a little piece of lace here. Whoa, hello. Here. Okay, and I'm going with the white lace because I don't know for sure. Well, I think this is the one that's going to go in the journal I'm working on right now. But you guys, these pieces, the tag pieces, will go with the big blue kit that is the Patreon kit for May. Okay, so the Patreon kit for May, and the newest kit is called Blossom. It is in the Etsy shop. It is 40% off today through next Friday. And it is, I'm going to show it to you here in just a few minutes. But here we have our Crisscross with a tag. And I'm giving it an extra tag. Okay. And it could have another tag back here. So these are from Big Blue. And these two are from the newest one. So these I think I can put together. And I'm going to put them right here in that back border tuck. And then I'm going to go get the new kit. It is so cool. It has such a variety. And I was just going to do the book that it is. And then I was like, oh, but the poppies should be, they should be an envelope and they should be tag. And so I played with my templates, and they turned out really fun. Okay, so that little guy can go in there. Okay, now you do have words this week as well. We have enjoy, blessed, chosen, joy, blossoms, live, love, laugh. I'm going to put enjoy. Actually, we'll do blessed and enjoy. Enjoy is my favorite word. Some of you already know that. Do you have a favorite word? We have, back in the freebies from January, we did People's Word of the Year, and I made digitals using those. So if you're looking for words, they are in the freebies. They are in the public section. I do have, for Memorial Day, the members, so they're going to get something over there for the Patreon members, and the paid members, they get an additional piece or 2 or 3. I made them this morning. They're really pretty. I don't know if I printed them yet. Okay, so crisscross with the tag, I actually have added 3 tags. That is one of our required items. This is a little different than the one that I made for last month's challenge. And so I always try and do things a little bit different, have a little bit different take on it, so that can give you another idea. And steadfast. Okay, let me see. Okay, so tell me what your word of the year is. Put it in the goodie down there, and I will be right back. New one that I made, the new one that I made and printed. I'm coming, empty-handed. Hopefully it's just in my mess here. I left in such a hurry yesterday. It might be here. It might be here. It is. Is that it? That is it. Okay. Forward. Oh, you don't change. You just realign. You don't change your word because, yeah, forward. Forward's a good word. Sometimes you can change, go and look up the meaning and find another part of the meaning. But of course it is the middle of the year, so I guess we could do a new one. Create. Awesome. Aw. Okay, so I have my scissors and I took them there now. Okay, here we go. A whole lot of things here need to be taken there now, but it did not happen. Okay, so this is the brand new Blossom kit, and you're going to see it ended up really big. Originally, it was going to just be the pages from the book. These pages from the book, which I'm going to show you in a minute, in all the sizes, but yeah, I had to play with it. So it starts off, hi Denise, welcome, possibilities. Ooh, exploring the possibilities. Awesome. Okay, so so it starts off with the templates. You're going to see we have the vase, and this is from the cover. We've got some cute little birds and the roses, and I did add the music piece in. And then you've got your triangle and your short pockets. Hi, Francis. Oh my goodness, it's so good to see you. Long time since we've seen you. So this one, it has the new oval tags, okay, and the labels down below. So you get tags, oval tags, and labels. This time you get the 2 pages of the full size, and then I went ahead and the boat and the little house are on this page with the tags, okay? And this ended up, it's got like a mauve-y lavender. Hi, Layla, welcome. Adventure. Okay, so we have that. And then for our folios, or you can fold these up and they can be an envelope. We have Poppy. We have the house, so the little purple house here. We have the violets. They actually are like more on the blue side of purple, but they're really pretty. And then I added in the cherry blossom because I love this blue music. We have the little birds on an envelope. And then you've got the envelopes small. Okay, so you've got the small envelopes. You're also going to be able to use these as a flip up, flip down. And so, and then you've got these small. So I think that's pretty exciting. Oh, that's a good idea. We'll do that. A dresser drawer digital page. Okay. Here are the tiny tags. Okay, so some of the tags tiny, and then you've got these embellishments really tiny. Okay, so you're going to be able to have some little tiny envelopes, and then you'll have the mini kits from the other pieces. Okay, we're going to put these to the back because these are the really tiny pieces, and it's easier to understand those after you've seen the bigger of them. Okay, so this is the 6-pack. So you get 2 of them, and I just did the pretty pages, the pages that had the flowers, and these can be folded, and then you can fold them in, and so you can either make a flip. You guys have seen me do that, or they are the perfect size for a journaling card. Now the other thing is these can be cut out separately. Okay, so you can go ahead, rip these or cut them and have your sayings to go with what you might want to say on a, like on a greeting card or something like that. And here you've got your boat, you've got your house, you've got all your flowers. Then you've got it in postcard side. Either way, Mary, either way. You can either make an 18-inch and cut it, or you can make separate pieces. If you remember, I made separate pieces. I made 8.5-inch pieces, I think. 9-inch or 7-inch, something like that. Okay, so this is what I use. This is what we used for the VIP to make the little mini journal that we're making. We're going to do a lace-bound journal. And that was at the VIP. So those that finished their April challenge, they got this kit. Okay. Then you get the vase, and this is the cover. Okay. So you have a set that have the green pages with them. Okay. You have a set with green pages. Then you have a set without green pages. Okay, so if you don't want the green pages in your book, then, because, you know, they might not go with your style, I went ahead and literally separated it out and made both. Okay, so you've got a set with green pages, you've got a set with just the flowers. Okay, and then, oh, here's the small ones again. Actually, no, these are middle size. This one. No, they're small. I get myself confused. Nope, they're the small. Okay. These are the tags. I'm calling these the Ella tags. The author's name was Ella. And so they don't have the quotes on them. They just have, I've taken the flowers and used them to make our tags. Okay, so if you want to make a traveler's notebook style journal or size journal, you've got this set of pages that you're going to be able to use for it. And I kept the purple together, kept the poppies together. So if you wanted to use this with the other poppy kit, you just take it out. Then you've got your small tags, and these you can go ahead, fold over, and make them into little notebooks. And so, you know, you'll have this on this side and this on this side. Then you'll have the house with the poppy if you want to do that. And it works out really good for like these strips. If you have any of these strips, go ahead. Yes, it is on sale. It's 40% off. And if you are a Diamond, Emerald, Pearl, or Topaz Patreon, I will put the code in right after the video. Okay, so for 60% off. And there's 7 digitals that are a part of that sale. So it's this kit and the kits that I'm considering its companion kits. Oh, thank you guys. Okay, I did add the green in here. This is the actual in-leaf paper from the book. So it just made sense that it should be in here. Now we are into the actual book, okay? So the in-leaf, and then we've got the pages. And I'll do another video. We'll go ahead and put a book together in order of the way that it was actually in the book. Okay. So like the at-home book, the pages were more square, but it did fall into the book really, really well. And your green pages are separate. So yeah, so I think this one it's a really pretty one. Like I said, you ended up all of the things that don't have words on them, that is all extra to what I was planning to do in this kit. There's your cat page. Okay, cat suggests and always hopes that we will have a page where you can have lines and write. And so that's the cat page. You've got the little house with the birds, and you've got the sailboat with the birds. And you've got the little birds. So these are the Ella pages. You'll see that they're in their own folder. You've got roses and poppies. And this is like the cover. And there's your purple. And there's your violets and forget-me-nots. Okay. And then you do have a mini kit. And your mini kit is also, these can be zines. They are put together so you can fold them. And fold them like you fold a zine and cut the bottom out and flip it. And you'll have a zine. Okay. And it just ended up that the green pages are on one side and the other pages are on the other. So, but you'll see, and you'll have, so that you can have pockets on top and pockets on the side. Okay, so this is your mini journal kit. And now also you've got this size journal card. So when I say this is a mini kit or this is a postcard page, but remember it can also be single ephemera, or you can do a fold up, like a little booklet that folds up. You can use these for a greeting card. Make sure you read them to make sure that it's appropriate for what you want to do. Okay. And now you have the little tiny ones. So you've got your mini kit, and your 6-pack and your 6-pack. And these make great stamps. They make great little tiny cards to put in little tiny things. And here you've got some more of it. There's your little tags. Here's your really tiny tags. These have been fun to use as tabs on things, or on the top of a tag, or even on the side of something that just needs a little more color. It has been a great way to be able to bring in that little bit more color. Here's another page of the mini kits. So these are the micro minis. And then you have everything really small. So just because they are, it's just fun. It's just fun. So I think there's over 65 pages. And of course, when you print it, you don't need to print the whole thing. Want to remind the VIPs from April, you are the guest design team members for this kit. That is one of your little perks, big perk, however you want to look at it. And so again, we call this Blossom. These are the new ephemera that I'm able to put in the kits. So, and I have more, but I think that it is really fun to have these. And okay, and then did I have, Yeah, so I showed you the beginning of I'm looking for the Patreon kit. You know, it might be in on the kitchen table. tiny cart. So from today's mini challenge, today's Friday freebie, we went ahead and we made it into a crisscross card, and we added the tags. So there's 1, 2, and then we took 2 of the tags and glued them together and made it so that it is more like a tag. I'm going to go grab that Patreon kit real quick. But this will go in my journal. I need to make 2 more of these for the mask make part. And so you'll see my photograph of that. But before I do that, I have to make the videos for this weekend. I almost fell. Okay, be right back. Okay. This is the Big Blue kit. Big Blue. This was the Patreon, which is the subscription service. This is what they are receiving for May, or it's in the Patreon. And so the Opal, which is the $3 level, they got this one and this one. This was their Mother's Day. And they got the cat page. I added that because we didn't have a cat page in there. Okay, so that was Opal. And then this was Sapphire. Okay, and they got the tiny ephemera and this postcard page. And the postcard page is done so you can do like this. They also got the blue ovals. Okay, and then this is the diamond. And the diamond is where you get, the $15 level is where you get 20% off digitals all the time. And, oh, Crystal, I answered that. Mary, you need 18 inches total. No, yes, 3 18-inch pieces, or 3 stacks of pieces that add up to 18 inches. Okay, so this is the diamond. So they've got the large tag and they've got this page. And then this is the emerald. They get a background page. Now the emeralds get everything everybody else gets, including this full kit that I'm going to show you right here, that the rubies get. But they also get a package in the mail that is ephemera. It usually matches what we have here. So okay, so this is the ruby kit, and the ruby is the $10 level, and their main perk is the kit. But they also, because they are ruby, that means they're also sapphire and they're also opal. At the sapphire level, which is the $5 level, that's where you get the Zoom. Okay, so now we Zoom on Mondays and we Zoom on Thursdays, and you get the information so you can join us. And Thursday is not recorded. Monday is the misfits and misprints, and so it is kind of a learning kind of thing. And because it's Zoom, we have other people will be bringing their ideas and teaching as well. It's 1 hour on Monday from 3 to 4, maybe 4:15, but 3 to 4 pretty much. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I have already used almost everything that I made from the Misfits, or that I fixed. Okay, so this is the Ruby kit. So they have the ovals and the labels, and then they have the folios. They have the angel with the angel sung. They have the bird. They have these a little bit smaller, and then they have the pocket page with these cards, and they have the tuck and the small pockets, and then I added some extra things to this page. And then they've got them a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller. And then look at that. So this actually has some blue magnolia. Blue magnolia is going to be another little kit. I have a couple things that I still haven't found in my photographs to be able to add to it. But her flower over here looks, even though we know magnolia grows on a tree, but it even looks like the magnolia. But isn't that gorgeous? And so there's some more magnolia. This is the vase. We got tags. They have this 6-pack and another 6-pack. And then another postcard page. So you've got postcard with some backgrounds so that if you want to break it up a little bit, you've got the angel and the tile, the vase and the cloudy page, the bird and the money order office, and the oval with the church. And this is so cool. So yeah, blue magnolia. I just finished all the ephemera pages using the templates, and then I've got one other thing I want to find. So okay, then you've got this and this. You guys, my original photograph, this was one church, and this is what the program did. It gave us 3 churches, which I think is amazing. Hi Nana, welcome. And these are tagged. So, and they're going to be able to, you're going to be able to flip them over and make the little notebooks out of them, which is really kind of cool when you've got, you know, you've got notebook pages. I've got to make the flip through video, or I'd go ahead and do that with you right now. Zine. Okay, so it's a mini journal page, or it's a zine. And let me see, I have a couple of zines here. So where we have taken, this was Pink Christmas. We took that one and made the zine. And then this is the Cinderella zine. That's from the Cinderella kit. What else do we have? Oh, this is Happy New Year. This was probably our freebie. I thought that was another zine. Sorry. There was a hummingbird zine up there somewhere. Okay, so this is still what the Ruby kit is. So at the $10 level, you get a full kit. And we are going to be working with this kit next week. So, and the way that the Patreon craft and chat, where it's YouTube, is that you're invited, but they will have, the Patreons have the pages to be able to make it. Now this is print more of the same printed. Somehow I ended up with some extras. So what do you guys think of the new template things? The oval cards and the pockets. Is there a favorite that you like? So this is Patreon. And again, Patreon is the subscription service. You can go ahead and check that out. If you have questions, just message me or email me at dearJulieJulie@gmail.com. And I'd be happy to answer your questions. It used to be if you signed up for Patreon today, which is what, the 23rd or 23rd? They would charge you again on the 1st. They don't do that anymore. So if you sign up today on the 23rd, the next month they'll charge you on the 23rd. And so just FYI. And yeah, so the other thing that is pretty amazing is you have access to so much stuff in there because we've done Patreon now for I think it's almost 4 years. And so yeah, I think that it's gonna be a lot of fun. And like I said, I have Memorial Day. I did this one, and I think it was one of these. This one, one of these pages and one of these pages I did for Memorial Day. The envelope shape, yeah, those are fun. And I'm glad to be able to do them. I've already done the work to get the images out of, out of where they were. And so the thing is I'm using Canva. I'm not going to use Photoshop. So they go where they go. There's no play. I have the free version of Canva. Don't have and I'm still learning. So this month, the Patreons, if you are even a free Patreon, they got so much stuff because I was learning this. They got so much stuff. They've got the roses and the friends pages, the fancy shape. I don't know. I'm calling these labels, and these pockets, label, tuck pocket, short pocket, and the ovals. I've only done a little bit of where the slides and stuff were. I do have the slides for the Magnolia because they turned out so good because there's so much color. Where these ones have more white, the slides didn't, they looked like white with paint on them or something. They didn't show the flowers real well. So yeah, so I'm calling these labels, tucks, short pocket, pocket. And on my in my little thing, I use these as top tucks in my little postcard journal. Kat, did you turn them both all the way off, unplug them, let them sit for a little bit, and start them over? If that doesn't work, then undo your printer. Because that's, the story of my life was my printer and computer not talking. So the next thing I would do is uninstall the printer and reinstall it. The other thing is to check that they are both recognizing your modem or your router, whatever that next part is. Because that's where they probably talk, is through the router. So check that. Yeah, and if you don't have Wi-Fi, it's not going to print. Yeah, so in our house, the phones all talk to it now. Everything talks. You guys, I told Tom last night, I feel so spoiled because, you know, I can do borderless now with the new printer, but it takes way more ink and it takes forever. So the thing, you know, when you're printing over 65 pages and a kit that is like 35 pages, I needed them to print faster. So, so I didn't do the borderless on my pages, but I'm excited that, you know, when I can, I will. But it is darker. It takes more ink, and it, like, this would be a little grungier, a little darker. So, okie dokie. Well, I'm excited. Again, this is the new kit. It's called Blossom. It is on sale in the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop through next Friday. It's 40% off. It has 6 other kits that we're calling the companion kits. 2 of them. One of them is a 7-day spring kit. So it's 7 pages. It's $7, so it'll be 40% off that. One of them is, I think, a 5-page kit, so it's $5, and it's 40% off that. And then some full-size kits, including 2 of our favorite kits, which is the spring kit and the swing into spring kit, which has all the people on swings, and it has amazing flowers. So, and if you've started looking around, you probably noticed that the kits blend together really, really well. It's pretty amazing. I'm even looking forward to blending some of the at home with this. So this is, we did ephemera last month is what we made at the VIP. And so, yeah. So you guys have any questions? There's nothing but a bunch of swingers. Yep. Okay, so I don't know where the printer, the copy of this week's, there it is. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm going to make the second crisscross piece, because then I will have 2 crisscross pieces done. Again, this is in the Patreon in the members section. Even if you're a free member, you will have access to Happy International Tea Day. It was the 21st. We played with that on the 21st. It was fun. I made my motion embellishment. Don't forget, next Sunday, June 1st, is the beginning of our next challenge. So our premiere will be at 9:30 Pacific Standard Time with the details for that challenge. If you are a Diamond, Emerald, Pearl, or Topaz Patreon, your sneak peek will begin on the 27th. You will have early access to the group. You will have early access to the video. So you will have the instructions and everything. I know some of you didn't get to do May and are looking forward to starting your next one early. You guys, this is part of mass making that is really cool, is you can go ahead and take the first one that you made and just use the measurements, right? I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go. I'm going to just use the measurement. Okay. So I'm going to fold this one in. And I'm going to fold this one in. This will also make a great large file card. You just trim it down a little bit so that it'll go in and out. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and turn that down. Turn this down. And then what I wanted to do, well, I can do up, but then we lose this. I'm gonna glue the pocket on. Okay. Always looking for a different way of doing something, right? Okay. I'm gonna cut right underneath where it says balance remaining. Okay. I'm gonna come back in. I want to make sure that I've got good. I put the wrong pin in again. That's a needle. So it's warm here. We have 3 days off. And it's garden time. We're late. But you know what? I was tempted to just say forget it on the garden thing. You guys, the yuccas are just now blooming. They usually bloom in April or late March. I've watched them for years. They make me happy to see them, and so it's something that I actually pay attention to. Okay, so I've added a pocket down here on the bottom. Now you can just leave these pieces, but I think these are going to make great, they can go on your master board. And by taking them off, you don't have bulk. But if you're not using them, then leave them, because otherwise you just end up with a scrap you're throwing away. We have not had very much rain at all. Hardly any rain. But we usually get like monsoon type stuff in July, so hoping that we will get that. Okay, so this is a different version of what I did, just because I added the pocket. That's the difference. Okay, so now I've got a place to put something on the back. Okay, and it's shorter for the front. This one I put something on the inside. I didn't do that this time. So this, your actual tag, I think the actual tag will fit in here. So if you need to make 3 crisscross, you can just use 3 of these and you'll have 3. And then you can use your tags somewhere else if you want to. Okay, so that one can go there, or we can do that. Like that one there. Where's the yellow one? Oh, it's on the back. Okay, so you can do this one, do your yellow, do your purple, and then your angel tag could go in the back pocket. So like a little loaded pocket. Bye, Regina. Oh my gosh, you guys have had no rain too? Wow. You know, now that I think about it, the rain has been coming up a little more east. Oh my gosh, those storms the last couple of weeks. Okay, so I did this one. So I'm going to need to add junk mail and stickers and inking. Junk mail, stickers, and inking. So I'll start with the inking, and that'll be done. It'll be good to have. I did not print a third one. So I could make one out of junk mail. Let's try that. I wonder if we could make one out of an envelope. Oh, speaking of binge watch, we have something new. I forgot. I put a little announcement, like a little tease in the group. It's called Retro Replay. And I have been putting old videos, like 7- and 8-year-old videos from dearJulieJulie in the group. And so when you watch those on YouTube, so you want to go into YouTube and watch it and comment on it there. And that's going to get you your name on the list. And then if you make something from that video and you come back and you put what you make on the post where the video is. So like this week, today, I think there's a video of the 6x6 Christmas journal that I made for Amelia for her first Christmas. And so if you watch the video, comment on it, then make something that was from that video and share it on the post. This is in the Facebook group, the Crafty Community, and that will get your name on the list 3 more times, okay? And so I think it's going to be fun. I think it's a great you guys, there's like 3,000 videos. And so giving a chance for you to see those videos, and because one of the things that's happening is I'm getting a lot of comments about seeing, oh, somebody else just did that, and it's like, yeah, and I did it 7 years. It's kind of funny because, you know, many of us have done some of these things 20 years ago and 30 years ago, but just finding the old videos has been funny. And then if you find an old video that you think that I should share, then go ahead and comment on it and, you know, tag me in it so that I can know to share that. So it's called Retro Replay, and from the Facebook group, you will see these videos from before. Now the Christmas one was just from December, but I posted several that were like 7 and 8 years ago. One was for the Peacock Journal, using Mod Podge. And so, yeah, I think it'll be fun. And the other thing is I did not find the punch. So I'm going to go and look for it. And if when I find it, if I find it, I will be back at 3 o'clock live to pick the winner of the punch. Okay, so watch for that video. Today, 3 o'clock, we'll pick the winner of the punch. And if I don't find it, it's here because it was right there. And then, but when they moved Jeff, things got put in with it. And so it's in with other stuff now. It was all by itself. Now nothing is by itself in my life here. Okay. Okay. Well, I've got the pocket part. Let's see. I'm going to have to, oh, you know what? Check this out. I've got a freedom stamp. Okay. I'm going to put that down here. I think I'm going to just put glue on the sides of it. Okay. So that'll come like this. Because I do have Memorial Day weekend patriotic stuff that I'll have. You missed Jeff. He was on yesterday because we ran late. So he ran the Zoom for quite a while. And he was on it while I was getting my hair cut. And this and the ladies ran the Zoom for a while. I just had it so that we could check and let people in. But since we were at the salon, okay. You know what, that almost could work. But I think we'll go, oh, there's a purple. There's purple, but I need blue. Okay, we'll go with this blue. Mary, are you still here? Kat says, storms are here. Call your daughter. Okay. There we go. So ink, sticker, junk mail. Crisscross. And I can put one of the tags in here. I think we'll put the one that, where did it go? We'll put this one. Because you need to have a tag. So it is your crisscross with a tag. Okay, crisscross with a tag, crisscross with a tag. I'll need to make one more. And you guys saw how I did that with this paper. And I just started it out like this. It was different. And I cut those off. And then you just come in. Whatever your, whatever you have to use, like if you have to use map page or you have to use whatever, you can use that. Hi, Big Daddy. Okay. So you can make it out of that. I showed you out of lace, doily. Yeah, crisscross. Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoy the freebie, and I look forward to seeing. I really want to thank those that have made the items and shared them with us using the freebies. That really makes my day. So the challenge for today is to make one crisscross pocket and with a tag. One crisscross pocket with a tag using the freebie, okay? And you can do it either way. This one I like because it fits. Now I put the sticker on top of my pocket. Was somebody telling me, Julie, you're putting the sticker on top of your pocket. So we'll go down. We'll go on the down low. Oh, but we don't want to cover up freedom. Definitely not. Definitely do not cover up freedom. Bye, Tommy. Welcome back. I'm glad you're back. Okay, if you end up, I made it a little bit over, but you know what? I think I can come in. So if you do this on accident, you can come in and I'd be better with the smaller scissors, right? Okay, there we go. That works. Okay. Then I'm able to put my little tag in there. Okay, very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, you guys. Yeah, so your challenge this week is to make one of these or something using today's Friday freebie. So today's Friday freebie was the 052325 crisscross pocket. Make something using it, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you make. Okay, you guys, I have to go make the video so that there's something for tomorrow and Sunday and Monday. And so, yeah, thank you all for being here. Have an amazing day. You guys, I'm going to go look for that, the punch. So that is the tab punch that we were giving away before I left. And really, there were not very many people that did the thing. So, yeah. So I'll be back. I will go ahead, and the punch came from Crystal. It was a gift, and I took it because I thought it was a different size, and when I actually punched it, it's the same size as the one that I have. So she had said, go ahead and give it away, and so we are doing that finally, and then I will mail it out. If yeah, then we'll mail it out. Okay, so watch for, I'll put together a live video prompt. You'll see that if as soon as I find it, I'll make the prompt for 3 o'clock. Okay, bye everybody. Have a great day. Bye. Bye-bye.